Hello everyone, welcome back to Mixed 3D Design, and we are live as we promised. So today I already have the base of what we are going to do. So not as usual, we start from nothing and we just messed up everything. So today we already have the base, so it's a bit easier and we can do it, I believe. So this is another effect, which is a vortex. What they call it? It's a vortex, whatever. Anyway, so when I play it, it should be something cool. My own problem is I can't play in real time, so yeah, that makes me a bit sad about it. But here we go. So let me just drag this down and play. So you already can see what's going on. So this is a cool vortex effect, which is amazing. When it renders, it will be like something amazing. I've got inspired by this, okay? It's not really the same, but it's what we have for now. I can, I didn't want to like replicate the same idea of this noise, okay? Because it feels like less of a vortex. It feels like, I don't know. So what we have left is actually just these small windy smoky things that rotates. So it's basically some cards. You will see the next tutorial on Friday, which has basically the same stuff, but a bit advanced kind of. So we're going to use some rings, extrude them, give them materials, because all the magic is happening inside the material instead of happening within the model itself. So always work harder on the material rather than work harder on the model. So as I said, these all compatible with game engines. So I just optimize them to be suitable and you know optimized. So let's have a look at what is this. So basically, let's do a breakdown of what is happening. Let's select this first and hide this rock gen because it's too simple. This thing consists of two main vortex generators. Okay, it actually takes a curved line. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, here is it. So it's actually a curved line. Let's hide all of these. I don't want them. Where is the light? Please turn off. Okay, so it consists of just a curved line and just distorting that curved line with a noise texture, scaled down really quick, and afterward converting it into a mesh using curve circle, and with the spline parameter I could play with this scale, which basically is the curve radius, okay? And just with this float curve I can just make it pumpy, make it less pumpy, so you get the idea. And yeah, actually that looks amazing. So yeah, that's how. And you can decrease the resolution with this count from the resample curve, so you have less dense mesh. It's actually not that dense, it's actually really good. Maybe if I just played with the with with this resolution, okay, it can be less dense, okay, maybe 8, okay, something like this. And it is low poly. You can do the same for this one. This one is the outward one, okay, so this is for these stuff, okay, smoky things also needs to be lower. Let's do 8, okay, it's similar stuff. And after the shading is done, it gives like this, and it all rotates, okay. I'm going to show you later how the shader looks. And finally, what I did is just I took a rock, a simple rock I have generated with the rock generator, which is Shift A, go to the meshes. With the extras, you have the rock generator. So just go to the edit, preferences, and search for extra meshes, and just get that. And that will allow you to generate rocks randomly. So, and for the rock generator, so it will rotate like this. So you have these rocks rotating, and also they have some randomness into them. So this is made with help of these nodes. I just took a spiral curve which is looking like this. Okay, let's hide this, do that, hide this. Okay, so this is a spiral curve, and then turning it into some points, and then just doing the same thing, which is displacing this spiral, so these points are all over the place, but still they have that spiral shape. After that, we have instanced on them these rocks with random scaling and random rotation using the align rotation to vector. And for the vector, I use the normal because it's more better. It's better than the tangent. The tangent it's pretty messy. I like the normal, how the normal do this, but afterward we need random value for the rotation, so they're not similar. So someone is pointing like this, some of them are actually pointing like this, and some looking the inverted direction. And after that, I did a transform geometry and just rotating the Z, and also randomizing this W factor for the noise texture. So each time it rotates, or each frame actually, it will have another seed, but not breaking that pattern of the rotation. So it's the same. So you can see they have the same place. They're not disappearing. They're not doing anything, but they stick and also have some randomness in them. Oh, I forgot about this one. It's not rotating. Okay. But anyways, also what I did for this instance on points, I just looked locked them to a certain area, so they're not going like fully up, so they're just in the bottom right there. And I forgot about this one, so let's select that. I needed to rotate these. So what I did, okay, so hashtag frame, let's do hashtag frame divided by 50. And also what I have rotated, something else, okay, nothing. So let's see now. Okay, so that's perfect. So it feels like it's rotating, but it's not rotating. Okay, that's nice. That feels amazing. Okay, look at that. So we have actually vortex. So after that, we need to create these in the bottom. As I said, it's actually better to do them in a separate object instead of create everything in a single thing, but actually it gives you ability to just tweak everything inside one node, but it's a bit heavier. So let's just create a mesh plane and call it smoky rings. Smoky rings, I don't know what to call them. I'm just calling them smoky rings for now. Okay, it's temporarily things. So after that, we're just going to take a curved circle. So for these procedural things, they need UV map. So actually they don't have UV map, so you need to store UV map for these stuff. Okay, I already showed that in the next tutorial that will be in Friday. It's amazing. It's amazing. Just watch it. You will learn a lot. Okay, but for now I don't need them. Okay, when I'm going to export it to a game engine or something, I need UV maps to bake these textures on the UV map. Okay, and yeah, let's select the plane. Let's take this circle curve and then convert it from a curve to mesh. Okay, and for the profile, I'm just going to take a curve line. You can add these to your quick favorites. Oh my days, line. Add them to your quick favorites, so you have all of these. When you click Q, you can have curve line. Okay, and we don't want it to go to the Z because the Z for the circle is like this. I have no idea. Direction, okay, it's not. Oh man. Let's do 0. So direction should be Y actually. So Y1, Z0. Oh, Z0. Why it's doing 1, it's going to the negative? I have no clue. I have no clue. So it's either doing negative 1 for the Y and do the length as normal, like going to the positive values, or you can do 1 and go to the length of the negative values, or you can just work with the points and do negative value right there. Oh, look at that. So this is a cool shape actually. After I looked at it, it looks amazing. Looks really amazing actually. Ooh, it might give me but it's a bit rotated. I don't want that. So you can just rotate with the Z. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I want them to be like this. So I can just tap a material and do another one. So the way I like it, to do Ctrl G, after that, put the radius, put the resolution, put this start and end, and do this scale. So you can just scale it. Okay. And just Shift D, merge these together with the join geometry, and afterward just take one of them and do some scaling. And radius, yes. Okay, so that feels good to me. And I wanna distort them a little bit, so I'm just going to do for each one of these. Okay, let's go back here. For this circle, I'm just going to take a set position node and distort the points instead of distorting the mesh. It feels a bit nicer. Okay, so let's do noise texture. You can use Voronoi. You have a bunch of these, but noise is the better option. And check this, normalize, and do a scale. And we should be using color instead of the factor, but let's use color. So it's something like this, and you can play with the scale. Sometimes you might need to do a resample curve for this curve line. So let's do resample curve, and you can view that. Something like this. And you can just do that. Afterward, you can add a rotation to them if you want it. I can just add a, yes, let's do a transform geometry for this one and for this one, so they're a bit random. When I'm going to rotate this also would rotate. They will have actually the same, oh sorry, no, okay, they would have actually the same W, so it's switch, oh my. Let's do for D, so we have a source of randomness right there. Let's do a hashtag frame, and I like it to be like 60 or something, to be so slow, but there is something, okay? And let's do a hashtag frame and divided by 24. Control C. Let's do that, Control V. Okay, you can do like 26 to or 20 to make some variation for the rotation of these things, okay? And that might feels a bit better, okay? And I'm just going to do set material for this one, and let's take smoke 1, and later I'm going to do smoke 2. Well, let's do smoke 1 and Shift D. Use it also right now, and make sure that you have the render method is set to blended, because we don't need the dittered one. So let's go to shade editor. We already have it here, but I don't like my shade editor to be like this, so I'm just going to do a join right. Just uncheck this. Okay, so for the smoke one, first let's go to the material preview so we can see better, or just go to the render viewport. Just hide these gizmos, what they call them, things. Okay, after that, oh, it's a huge drop for the stream, 0 views. Nice. Heck yeah. Okay, so let's go with a noise texture. Let's go with the texture coordinate. Okay, and just take this and say linked, and take this and do mix color. Okay, and we want a mix, regular mix. Do that, connect that, and see how that looks like. Okay, if it's not giving you the right thing, it might be an issue with. Okay, let's see how this link is working. Yeah, the link is working actually. You can add just a matte node. Sets to add. So you can just oh, what? Lamp it. So we might need actually the UVs. Well, let's see if something is changing. Oh, so let's see if something is changing right now or not. So nothing's changing. Oh, that's strange a little bit. That's strange. So let's take the generated ones. Oh, the generated gives a better result actually. So let's work with that. Let's take color ramp and let's crunch these. And we need okay, and it's really weird. Let's do a wave texture instead. Okay, wave texture might work. Okay, and let's set it to rings. Okay, something like that. Okay, so it's actually working with the wave, and we need to give it, let's give it some distortion first. Detail roughness,